Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. On the MATIC chart, we've seen a nice reaction yesterday after my last video to the support area. And we now want to talk about how the current correction to the upside could unfold or already the breakout. So let's talk about that. First of all, for anybody who's new on the channel, we've been watching for a 5-wave move to the upside to form. On the MATIC chart, that's always what we need to basically define and understand that the trend is running to the upside. So we've got that 5-wave move to the upside. That's typically followed by a sharp or deep or more substantial correction at least. That's exactly what we see right now. So we have these 5 waves completed, and the current pullback is likely going to be a 3-wave pullback. Now, this is the entire area that the price can use in a wave 2. It's a support area defined between the 38.2 retracement and the 78.6 retracement. This is when you ignore all the subwave counts, all the short-term mass, fluctuations. This is really what is relevant to decide when this wave count will break. Because in this wave count, in this scenario, the assumption is we're currently having a pullback in a wave 2. Whereas in a 3rd wave rally that should follow, the price could then take us to, $3 and beyond, $3.50, $4 and so on. Bull market target, rough guidance area, you could say, or guideline, around about $10 could be a possible bull market target for MATIC. But that's sort of medium to long term. First of all, we need to see if MATIC can hold this wave 2 support area. It's again defined between 58 cents and 80 cents. Typically a wave 2 is more substantial. It already is good size, okay, at least in terms of the depth of the price. And there are 2 possibilities now, okay, and my preferred interpretation is that in this scenario here, so we already have 5 waves to the downside. We already have an A, B, C structure complete. So technically the wave 2 could be complete. But in duration, this is not very long yet. So I prefer that this is only the A wave of a more substantial ABC correction. And the B wave could have started to unfold right now. And then a C wave down should take it a little lower into the support region. In the alternative, they are basically both part of the same scenario. Yeah, I'll just talk about different pathways on the lower time frame. So in the alternative, it's possible, as I said, that the wave 2 is already over because this is a 3-wave move down and the wave 2 just needs to be a 3-wave move, right? So technically it's possible correction is finished. So if it breaks out now, happy days, scenario fulfilled, because this is, this is the overall area that once it's reached, the price can turn around basically at an instant, okay? It's just that, okay, if everything goes well and, everything's ideal, then really the wave 2 should take a little longer in time. Doesn't need to go any lower. I mean, it's already reached nearly the 50% fib level. It actually did. So that's normally what I want to see for a wave 2. So if we just go by what the price has done, perfect. Okay. So strategically, I added a little bit. If there is a B wave, I'll take some partial profits, buy back in the C. If the 3rd wave rally happens, happy days. Even if selling a little too early, I mean, even if the 3rd wave already unfolds, it should give us a pullback at some point. So if we look at this structure then, how could the B wave unfold? So again, that's the primary scenario for now. Well, it's an ABC structure. So the A wave could have completed. This might now be a small B wave pullback with a C wave still to come. And that could complete wave B. Standard resistance, 89.8 cents to $1. Bear in mind, the A wave, if it is an A wave, is a 3-wave move. What does that mean? That means the B wave could be a little more aggressive. Okay, so B waves can also overshoot. That's something else we need to consider whenever the A wave is a 3-wave move. The B wave could also be a very aggressive move. Sometimes A waves are 5-wave moves. In recent months, actually, I've seen more and more A waves as 3-wave moves, especially in crypto. Might have to do with the bullish market. So that gives us a more aggressive B wave. So don't be surprised if the B wave breaks above resistance. As long as it's a 3-wave move, I call it a B wave. So that could be just one more high and we have the B wave, or it forms a much larger ABC structure. So ABC is A, B, C. So that's just something we have to consider. Now, when can I say we really have a breakout? Okay, so we need a convincing break above resistance. Also, a break above the $1.09 level, which is the December high. But not only that, we need 5 waves. So as long as it's only a 3-wave move, it could technically be a B wave, right? So what we need to see essentially is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. There are clear guidelines of what the wave 4 may do and may not do. What I would like to see next is a 3rd wave. Now, at this point, we cannot distinguish it from the ABC structure. We will be able to distinguish it based on what then happens if the pullback is very deep or not. So if it's a shallow pullback and it's holding micro support, which depending on how it structures is clear or not clear. So I will be able to I will try to confirm at least, okay, what it is. And if we then get one more high, then we have 5 waves up. That would be probably the wave 1 of a larger degree 3rd wave. So that's what we're watching for a real breakout signal. So 5 waves above resistance is usually a really good sign that we're already in the breakout. If we get choppy price action to the upside that looks corrective, overlapping, 3 wave movements, that's a very good hint that we may be dealing with a B wave. So tactically speaking, I accumulate in the yellow box. I will sell a little as we head into resistance. If it keeps going, fine. I don't sell everything. There are plenty of setups available at the moment. There's more than enough to trade for anybody who wants to find setups. So I don't mind selling a little too early, some of it. At least don't let a losing trade or a winning trade turn into a loser. And even if it keeps going, it should give us a wave 2 pullback at some point. And then this is the possibility to add again, if it's clear, trade what's clear. And this is one of the better setups at the moment. Now that doesn't mean it has to hold, okay, but it gives us very clear parameters. And I can recognize the wave structures quite well. So that's my update about MATIC. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional Elliott wave content, some signals and so on. You'll find the links for those channels in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.